friends, how are you today? I'm so glad to see you again. We have one more beach themed day to do today, and it's going to be so exciting because you know that's my favorite place in the whole world. We're going to start out with a little poem that has to do with 5 sandcastles. And sandcastles are something that you could do when you're on the beach or maybe in your sandbox at home. And it's a very fun thing to do. But sometimes stuff happens to those sandcastles. Let's try it out. I have my little sandcastles right here on my pretend beach, which is really my couch, but we can pretend. There are 5 of them. 5 little sandcastles sitting on the beach watching the boats go by. 5 little sandcastles sitting on the beach watching the seagulls fly. 5 little sandcastles sitting on the beach watching the clouds so high. Then along came a wave and crashed upon the shore, and one little sandcastle was no more. That happens, right? How many left? 4. There were 4 little sandcastles sitting on the beach, watching the boats go by. 4 little sandcastles on the beach, watching the seagulls fly. 4 little sandcastles watching the clouds so high. Then along came a wave and crashed upon the shore, and one of the sandcastles was no more. How many left? 3. There were 3 little sandcastles sitting on the beach, watching the boats go by. There were 3 little sandcastles sitting on the beach, watching the seagulls fly. There were 3 little sandcastles sitting on the beach, watching the clouds go by. Then along came a wave and crashed upon the shore, and one of those sandcastles was no more. There were, how many? 2 little sandcastles sitting on the beach, watching the boats go by. 2 little sandcastles sitting on the beach, watching the seagulls fly. 2 little sandcastles sitting on the beach, watching the clouds so high. Then along came a wave and crashed upon the shore, and one of those sandcastles was no more. How many? There was 1 little sandcastle sitting on the beach, watching the boats go by. 1 little sandcastle sitting on the beach, watching the seagulls fly. 1 little sandcastle sitting on the beach, watching the clouds so high. Then along came a wave and crashed upon the shore, and that little sandcastle was no more. The fun thing about sandcastles on the beach is you can still rebuild them if you want to. You can always make more. And you can make them differently, and you can make them super tall, or you can make them super short. It's all very, very different and very different kinds of creativity. I have a super silly book. Do you know what a piano is? A piano is a big instrument, and you push the little keys on it. And you know what a beach is? And do you know that this book talks about both of them? It's called If You Ever Want to Bring a Piano to the Beach, Don't. It's by Elise Parsley. And we are going to enjoy this book because Little Brown and Company has let us use the book, which is so nice of them. And I believe Elise also drew the pictures. Let's enjoy the book. If you ever want to bring a piano to the beach, don't. If your mom says to get ready to play at the beach, she means with a boat or frisbee or a shovel. She is not talking about the piano. If you roll out the piano anyway, she'll tell you you'd better not lose it. Look how big this is. You tell her that that's okay. You will hold on tight to your piano and keep it neat and clean. And you'll even promise to push it to the beach yourself. Cross your heart. But on the way, your arms will get heavy and tired. Then your legs will get draggy. So you'll find the perfect way to move the piano along. The poor mother. When you feel rested, you will push again. Once you're at the beach, you will need to make sure the piano still works. Finally, you'll stop for a lunch break. The seagulls will want to share your egg and cheese sandwich. I think seagulls like to share everything that you have. Oh, when she's yelling at them, she's probably saying, "Go away, seagulls! Get off my sandwich!" This, you know, is not good for the piano, but you'll know just what to do. Bath time. Oh my. You'll splish, you'll splash. The piano will bob up and down and up and down and then up and away. And out of reach. By now, of course, you'll wish you had played with a boat or frisbee or shovel at the beach instead of the piano. By now, you'll wish you had played with your baby sister instead of the piano. You'll be so mad you will want to just go home. Well, here's what I would do if I were you. Borrow your brother's fishing line and cast it far, far out to catch your drifting piano. Then, when you reel the line in, you might get your piano back. Or you might get, not a piano, looks like a shell. Oh, a boat. Just made the shell into a boat. Or frisbee. Or even a shovel. Yeah, if you ever want to bring a piano to the beach, don't. You might lose it. But you never know what you might find. She found a little seashell. That's a super silly book, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Whoever would have thought to bring a piano to the beach? Okay, I need you to put your thinking hat on. We're going to play a memory game. So put your thinking hat on. I have some beachy things on a tray. One of my handy dandy little trays. I have a starfish. I have a seahorse. I have a goldfish, a crabby, octopus, a shell, and a sea turtle. I'm going to take one thing off. I'm going to cover it up. Actually, I don't even need to cover it up. I'm going to just put it down here. I'm going to show you what they are. I want you to put on your thinking cap. Take a picture in your head. What's there? I'm going to take it down. I'm going to take one off. And I'm going to put it back up. What's missing? Do you know? It was blue. It was the crab. Very good. All right, look one more time. I'm going to take one off. I'm going to hold it back up. What's missing? Put your thinking hat on. Think really hard. The goldfish. Right there. Very good. Okay, take a picture with your brain. I'm going to take something off. You tell me what it is. Get ready. What's missing? a starfish. Here he is, right there. Very good. Okay, take a little snapshot in your brain. I'm going to take it down. I'm going to take one thing off. What's missing? The seashell. Very good. I knew you could do it. You're so smart. All right, let's do one more. Ready? Here, look at it one more time. Take a picture. You ready? Let's see what's missing. What's missing? The sea turtle. Good job, friends. You did a wonderful job with our memory game. You can have a fun memory game too at home. Just get some things and put them on a little pan. And if you were at home, you could cover it up. And somebody could sneak take something out from underneath. And then you could show maybe your brother or your sister or your mother or somebody, see what they can guess. By the way, I took away the turtle. But that's a fun way to do a different kind of memory game. Well, friends, we are all finished for today, and we are finished with the beach, which you know is my favorite place. And I hope that this summer you get to play in some sand or in some water and just have a good time with the ocean and the beach or any other kind of time outside, which is always so wonderful. All right, let's end the way we always do. Ready? I love you. I love you, friends. See you next time.